For this tutorial, we will use the blink example as configured in basic use tutorial. Before we start, you should be aware that this method will override any existing code in the CMake file with the one generated in the editor. If you have any code not included in the schema or single line comments, use a regular text editor instead. Right-click the CMakeLists text file, click on ESP-IDF CMakeLists.txt editor and select Project CMakeList. We can add new elements by selecting them from the New Element drop-down and clicking the Add button. For simplicity, we will just change the project name and save changes with the Save button. We can observe when we reopen the file in a regular text editor, changes are reflected. Now, let's create a new ESP-IDF component in this project to modify its CMakeList. Open Command Palette by pressing Command-Shift-P on Mac and Linux or Ctrl-Shift-P on Windows and type ESP-IDF create a new ESP-IDF component and enter the new component's name. A new component will be created and added to the components folder. Right-click its CMakeList.txt file and choose the component option. Observe that some fields are of array types such as component sources, since we can add several paths while others are just string input fields, as described in the CMakeList schema.json. As we've mentioned in the start of the video, be aware that while using this method, source files are added and deleted automatically from the same directory where CMakeList.txt is located without your intervention. Now, getting back to the steps. Choose Public Component Requirements for the component and click the Add button. A new array field will appear. As described in ESP-IDF component CMakeList.txt files documentation, requires is used to list the component dependencies. Type mbedtls and click the plus button or press enter. After you save the changes, the CMake file will be updated. For additional fields information, you can check the documentation links in the description down below.